Talking on the phone with Julie Isphording, the executive director of the Thanksgiving Day race, an Olympic marathoner, and someone who's run Boston several times. Julie, thanks for joining us this morning.
Well, thank you for having me on. It's a horrible, horrible time.
It is, and obviously as someone who has been through that course, you were the first American one year. What were your thoughts as you heard what was happening?
I just think it's so sad when you're coming down Boylston Street. I've been there, and you're coming down and you're elated. I mean, you can see the finish line. You know you're going to do it. You know you're going to finish, or everything it comes together right there at the finish line, and then to take all that emotion and, just to have that horrible experience. I just cannot imagine just how people felt where you really have to stop and turn around, or stop, or be hurt, or mom and dad are waiting for you at the finish line. Can you imagine that thought? Mom and dad, the first people to greet you, and you see what's going on right before your very eyes. I just shudder to think about what these people are going through.
And obviously you're so single-minded when you're running that marathon. Not only that, but as the director of a race, as someone who puts these races together, I mean, when you think about, your race is 10K, the Thanksgiving Day race, but tens of thousands of runners, it's virtually impossible to secure that entire course. What are you thinking as an organizer?
Yeah, I've given this a lot of thought, and back after 9/11, Catherine, we did have, for 2 solid years, we had bomb-sniffing dogs at the start and finish areas where most of the people congregate. And we did that for 2 years, and we worked with the fire department. We worked with Joe. Mm-hmm. And when then, after 2 years, all that security detail was, quote, not necessary anymore. So it reminds me of the whole 9/11 scenario where we became super sensitive. However, you bring up such a valid point, and that is when you have crowds at large and bags being tossed around, people's mm-hmm. running clothes. And it's organized chaos, but it's once again another forum for somebody to take advantage and act out some crazy something.
Well, hopefully this is one of the last times we'll have to discuss this. But Julie Isphording, thanks so much for joining us, the executive director of the Thanksgiving Day race, an American Olympian marathoner as well. We appreciate you joining us this morning. Our coverage of Boston will continue, and we'll return in just a few moments with our forecast.